The question asks for the equation of the line tangent to this equation, y equals -2 over x squared minus 3x plus 3 at x equals 1. So I don't know what this function looks like, but let's say this is at x equal 1, and it wants that equation. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that is not an accurate picture. It's just an example of what it's asking for. The line may be going down. It might have a negative slope. It might look like this. I don't know. I'm just giving an example of what it looks like. It just wants the equation of that line that's tangent to this equation at a certain point. So find the derivative of that equation. Plug in x equal 1. It will give the slope of the equation. And then plug in x equal 1 into the original equation to find the y value when x equals 1. That'll give a point, one point on this line. Then you could use those two to find the equation of this tangent line. So what is the derivative of y equals -2 over x squared minus 3x plus 3? Use a quotient rule. The quotient rule is f prime g minus g prime f. That means the derivative of the denominator divided by the times the numerator minus the derivative of the numerator times the denominator divided by the denominator squared. And I think I said minus the derivative of the numerator times the denominator, opposite. Minus the derivative of the denominator. G is this one. F is this one. So if f is -2, the derivative of -2 with respect to x is 0. If g is x squared minus 3x plus 3, the derivative of g with respect to x is 2x minus 3. Now use the formula. F prime g equals 0 times x squared minus 3x plus 3 minus g prime f minus 2x minus 3 times -2 divided by g squared, x squared minus 3x plus 3 squared. That equals 0 times anything is 0, minus 2x minus 3 times -2, negative times negative is positive, so it's 2 times 2x minus 3 divided by x squared minus 3x plus 3 squared. That's the derivative. So now, plug x equal 1 into the original equation. It's -2 times 1 squared. I'll do it over here. -2, this is the original equation, times 1 squared minus 3 times 1 plus 3, which is -2. -3 plus 3 is 0 over 1 squared, which is 2 over 1. -2 over 1 equals -2. So a point on that line is 1, or a point on the original equation is 1, -2. Now I'll plug in x equal 1 into the derivative to find the slope. I guess I'll have to do that on another tab. And let me see, y prime equals 2 times 2x minus 3. I'm just writing the equation down so I can deal with it. Divided by x squared minus 3x plus 3. X squared minus 3x plus 3. And I'm plugging x equals 1 into that derivative to find the slope. So it's 2 times 1 minus 3 divided by 1 squared minus 3 times 1, and this is supposed to be squared. Did I have it written squared over here? I certainly did. 1 squared minus 3 times 1 plus 3 squared. 2 times 1 is 2, minus 3 is -1, times 2 is -2, divided by -3 plus 3 is 0, 1 squared is 1, and then square that is 1. So the slope is -2 at x equals 1. So I have this point that I found by plugging x equal 1 into the original equation. The point was 1, -2. And now I need, and then the slope is -2. and I'll use the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. To find the equation of this line, I can plug in 1 for x, -2 for y, and then -2 for the slope, and then solve for b. -2 equals -2 is the slope times x, which is 1, plus b. -2 equals -2 plus b. b equals, I'll add 2 to both sides, 0. So the slope is 0. The equation is just y equals the slope, -2x plus 0, or y equals -2x. That's it.